When I first got all nines at my GCSEs, I remember thinking that there was no real way I could make money directly from that. I thought my best path was then to go to college, then to go to uni, and then, I'd get a good job. I didn't realise at all until my second year of college that I could actually generate money and create an income just from my GCSE results that I received. I've loved hearing all you guys' comments of how you've done for GCSEs. I'm really glad if my channel helped, and yeah, I'm really proud of how everyone has done, so well done on that. And in this video, I'm going to talk you guys through three ways you can make money from your results. If you got top results and good results, then I'm sure there's a way you can make money. And even if you didn't, if you're creative, there's other ways too you can create money from your results. If you're new here, please subscribe, and please everyone leave a like. It really helps the channel. My name's Henry Brand. I try and do educational content focused around A-levels and GCSEs. I'm going to get straight into this with point number one. And point number one is the obvious for me, and that is create a social media account. So I started this YouTube channel in the second year of college. I had quite low expectations for it. Originally, I just put my phone up on my desk and just started filming. I remember, I think my first video was 4 ways I got all nines in my GCSEs. It was all about how I did what I did, so getting all nines in GCSEs. This is really easy for anyone to do who got high grades. It doesn't have to be all nines at all. People still want to achieve top grades. That doesn't have to be a perfect set of grades in that sense. So anyone can do it. It doesn't just have to be, all nines, like I said. And eventually, after a couple months, one of my videos just blew up. It's still my most popular video. It was what I would do with 4 months until GCSEs. And what this taught me is a couple months afterwards, I got monetized on YouTube. And since mid-April, when I was monetized, I've made £500 from views alone on YouTube. So I didn't realize before, but YouTube is a very, very viable way of actually making money. Same with things like TikTok. I don't have TikTok or any other social medias, but there are ways you can make money on that too. So I'd recommend to anyone who has the confidence, because I appreciate social media it can be difficult. You can get hate, you can get mocked or anything like that, putting yourself out there. But just putting your phone up, filming, and talking about your results and giving advice to other students is guaranteed to get you views. As long as you stick to it, you're consistent over time, your views will build, your audience will build, and as long as your advice is good too. So that's number one. I'd really recommend that. You can definitely create money from social media, and you don't need top grades to make money on social media as well. Even if you didn't get the top grades, people would still like to hear your story. It's still worth putting things out there. There are people who are at parties who may want to hear about people who were at parties and then got sixes, anything like that. So YouTube is quite accessible. It's very easy to do, but it may take a while, and it may be partially based on luck depending on how much money you make. Point number two links slightly to point number one, and that is selling your resources. So I had a 40 out of 40 mark English language story, which I sold through my YouTube. That's why this one is slightly difficult to do in the first place, but you can make a lot of money from it. And I sold 2 stories for £2 each, and I made £300 in total from selling these 2 stories. So this does need a social media account, or you'd need to maybe email your school or ask parents or anything like that. So it is a viable way of making money, is selling some of your resources, maybe sell your flashcards, list anything online that you can. Anything like that is going to be helpful too. So selling your resources is point number 2. Point number 3 is probably going to be the most popular and the one I'd recommend the most, because for some people, social media can be difficult. As explained, people may not want us to show their face online. They may not want hate because, that comes with the job and stuff. And this point is tutoring. I think tutoring is incredibly underrated for kids and people that get good GCSE grades, okay? If you got a top grade in a popular subject, it doesn't have to be a popular subject, but that's more likely to make you money, then I would recommend tutoring. Literally anyone can do this. If you got a 9 or an 8 in a subject, potentially even a 7 if you're targeting, for example, foundation maths students. But if you got a top grade in a GCSE subject, I would tutor. Firstly, what I would do to actually do this is ask around, okay? You want to tutor people you know first. It's all about contacts tutoring. So just talk to lots of people. Talk to your parents, ask them to ask their friends. That's why I got my first tutoring job. You can ask your parents to post on Facebook. You could post on Facebook. You can contact your old school, put posters up. It's very easy to get a tutoring job, I think. You just need to ask around. If you got good GCSE grades and you're willing to work hard and you come across well, then just ask around. And tutoring as a job, I'd very, very strongly recommend. So that's how you can get into tutoring. In terms of how much you can earn, I would charge in your first year of college, I started tutoring in my second, £15 to £20 an hour, possibly a little over £20 an hour, but I'd say that's a good range for now, for when you're starting out. Then in the second year, I would charge more in the region of £20 to £25 per hour. This is actually a very high amount, obviously, compared to a lot of jobs which are around £9 to £12 an hour for our age. But I'd definitely recommend tutoring as a source of income. That's probably where most of my income comes from. I tutor 3 people weekly outside of my other tutoring job, which is at my old secondary school. I tutor 3 people weekly, so this generates some income for me, and it's quite consistent work too, and obviously it's very, very rewarding. So I hope that video was helpful. Those are 3 ways you can actually make money off your GCSEs. I wish I saw this video in year 1, so I'd really recommend going out there and trying it, because you can make more money than if you're working at a supermarket or another shop like that. Please leave any questions in the comments, or feel free to email me. I'm potentially going to do another video in a bit more detail on tutoring, so if you want to see that, then let me know. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.